Hey, what's up, guys? Angel Perfect TV Killer back with another action figure review. And today we're going to be looking at the Marvel Legends 85th anniversary. The Son of Hulk, Skaar. Now, this guy came in the mail for me like 2-3 days ago, and I just couldn't wait to review this. I love Skaar so much. I love his story. Him being born in Skaar, getting left alone, trying to survive for himself, and also his powers and stuff like that. Skaar is overall a unique character, and obviously we did have a Skaar figure back then, but we do not talk about that Hasbro Skaar figure from the Fee Fang Foom Build-A-Figure. But this is a great way to bring him back. He just looks amazing in the box as is. But obviously we have the windows right here showing the figure itself. You see the front of the box. On the side, we have a great artwork of Skaar himself. On the back, we have the same picture, but in bigger form. We see the full picture full on, which looks hella sick. Just him screaming into the skies, full of anger and hate. And then on the side, obviously there's nothing, just celebrating 85 years. And yeah, the box, that's how the box is. Not much to talk about. Let's get this big guy out of the box. And here we have this beast out of his packaging. Here is Skaar, the Son of Hulk. And holy shit, man. Straight out the bag, this is the Skaar figure right here. And obviously the only Skaar figure out. We don't talk about the other one, like I said. This is a perfect Skaar figure right here. I love the details. I love the way it looks. It looks hella sick. I do only have minor complaints about the figure, just a tiny complaint. It's not that crazy at all. I'll just go right out and say it in the beginning right here, right now, is the lack of shading. Yes, the lack of shading. I do wish this figure had a bit more of shading, but besides that, the shade of green that Skaar is looks really nice. I really love how the green skin came out on this Skaar figure. I love the tattoos. I wish the tattoo was just a tiny bit darker, but besides that, man, the paint on the figure looks really nice. Then you go down to his body. You know, you got his straps going around his body right there. Looks really nice. You got that nice texture of leather, you know. Then you go down to his bracelet armor right here. The nice spikes. They look really nice. Hella sick. Go down to his fist. You got his fist armor right there. That looks nice. The same on the other. He got a wrapped around metal piece for his forearm right there. You go down to his loincloth right there. You got some nice lighter brown on the top of the loincloth right there. And then going towards down, you have that regular brown color, which I wish had some black wash going through. I think that would have made it look a bit better, made it pop a little more. You got some of the metal pieces that his loincloth has. You got some on the back as well right there. You got his sheath right there to hold his humongous knife that he comes with. And then you go down to the boots as well. You got some armor right there as well. And the same treatment like the loincloth goes down to the boots as well. Got the lighter brown on the top there, and then going down you just have that regular dark brown color. So yeah, man, this Skaar figure looks really nice, and especially the head sculpt, man. I do love the hair sculpt that he comes with. Like, this looks really nice. I love how that looks. It does hinder the articulation a lot. You can't really, you know, make him look side like crazy. You could make him look to the side a little bit, but nothing too crazy, but it does look like just a look forward sculpt, and that looks really nice. I really love how he has the hairs going down his in front of his face. Just looks really demented, like really mad, so barbaric, and I love that so much. He looks like a metalhead as well. He looks like he's about to sing you some Slipknot, if anything. But yeah, man, this looks really nice. And if you just move his hair to the side, which you can, because it is soft plastic, you do have a nice sculpt in there. Look at that face, the eyebrows, that nice sculpt on the eyes as well. I really love that mean look he has on his face. So yeah, I really love that. This Skaar came out really freaking nice. No complaints whatsoever, besides the shading, lack of shading and stuff like that. But besides that, man, the paint is not bad. The articulation is pretty good. Actually, for articulation, let's remove this head and let's give him one of his other head sculpts that he does come with. So let's put that on right now. Hold on, give me 1 second. And oh, pretty hard to pop on. Let me do this off camera. Oof. Damn, you really need some force to put this on. Hold on. That's strange. All right. There you go. Look at that. Holy shit, that looks really good. I really love how that looks, man. Holy crap. You know what? Before we even get to articulation, let's just go through his accessories real quick. Now, he does come with 2 other pair of hands, which are his holding hands for his weapons. Here he comes with his big ass, awesome looking knife right here. I love how that looks. I wish they gave the blade a little bit more details, but besides that, this is a pretty good accessory. Really love how that looks. And here is his sword. Now his sword looks hella freaking sick. I love how it looks. See, it's wrapped around there in the handle, and then you go to the top. It's a nice, unique looking sword. Now the sculpt on the sword looks pretty sick, but it does lack a little bit of paint. I feel like it's a little bit too bland. I feel like it would have been nice if it had some wash going through it, you know, some dark shadings and stuff like that. But besides that, it's a really good looking sword. See, that's a common problem that I'm seeing so far with this whole thing. Everything looks really fucking sick. It's just lacking a little bit of shading. But besides that, everything is fucking dope. But if you get close to his newer, his new head sculpt, his secondary head sculpt looks hella freaking sick. Look how angry he looks. Now, if you can see that his mouth is open, showing his teeth, and his eyes are completely green. This Hulk, head sculpt is just him, hulking the fuck out. Honestly. And I love what they did with the hair on this one. Going to the side with if the wind was hitting him, or just him in battle, just moving extremely fast and just hair just moving to the side. I love that a lot. And obviously with this head sculpt, you have a lot more movement. You can look up that far and you can look down that far, really good amount, and you can move it all the way around, of course, because it does not have the hair going all the way down and the front going all the way down as well. But talking about the articulation on the head, his arm does go up that far, which is pretty good. He does have some butterfly joints right there. Not the craziest butterfly, but it is there, and it's enough of movement, to be honest. It's not that bad, but it could have been a little better. He does have the swivel on the bicep. It is a separate piece, of course, but yeah, you could move it And then obviously you can move it on the forearm right there. Obviously that's where the real movement comes from, right here, not here, because this is a floating piece right here. So you can't move the whole arm while moving the bicep. You do have to move it on the forearm right here. So he does move on the forearm, swivel, bends on the elbow that much, which is okay, not that bad. Does swivel on the wrist, and you can also bend it, of course, up and down. And obviously the same in the other arm. His do have a crunch going forward about that far, which is all right. Nothing too crazy, but enough for this character right here. Skaar is, you know, a big character, but at the same time, he is, you know, he does do a lot of dynamic poses in the comics, but yeah, that's all right. Not that bad. He does go back about that far, which is okay as well. Not that bad. His legs go up about that far. It does not go that far. Now, I will have to remind you guys, this figure, I think, if I'm right, he does come from a Build-A-Figure mode, so his legs could pop off easily. Not too easy, but if you just bring it up just a little more than it has to go, then it will pop out on you. But he does go about that far, and he goes back about that much. Nothing too crazy, but enough for a big character like Skaar, of course. He does have the double jointed knees, which is great. And he, let me see if he does. Yeah, he does swivel on the boots as well. And his feet can go down that far, can go up that far, and the ankle pivot. So yeah, articulation on this guy is not bad at all. I really fuck with the articulation. I do not mind the articulation. Is it crazy? No. It is somewhat limited. Like, he's not super posable. Like, you can't put him into crazy freaking poses, but enough poses to make sense for the character, and that's what matters. So you could put him in somewhat demonic, you know, poses for this guy. But yeah, it's a really sick Skaar figure. I really enjoy having this guy. I'm happy to have him in my collection. He looks amazing. Now, let's take his hands off real quick. And before we get into size comparisons, let's put him with his weapons in his hands, because we can't do this review without having Skaar with his weapons. We need to feel complete, guys. You know what I'm saying? Just give me 1 second. Let me do this off camera. The good thing about this guy is that his hands are a bit rubbery, so you can put on the weapons quite easy on his hands. I just had to do it off camera, just do it a bit faster. But yeah, there you go. There you have Skaar right there with his weapons. Let me have him on that pose that we've seen on the back of the box right there. I think that's how he was, yes. That's exactly how he was. Yeah, just have him screaming, looking up, angry of the world, man. Angry of everybody. He hates everybody. Super angry, always alone. Look at that. That's sick. I love that. I think Hasbro gave us an awesome Skaar figure. Finally. I would say the price on this guy is a bit high. I think what, like $40. But to be honest, like, it is really worth it. This Skaar looks sick. Articulation is cool. The paint job, it's good. I love the paint job. Besides the lack of shading, I think this Skaar has a good enough of paint on him that it just looks sick. So I'm not gonna trip out too much about that. Just the look of this figure, the sculpt of this guy, his awesome weapons just way past, just makes me forget about the lack of shading, to be honest. But this guy will look sick in your shelves, man. I highly recommend this figure, man. I love this Skaar. They did a good job. But yeah, besides that, let's get into some quick size comparisons. All right, took some figures out for the size comparisons. Standing Skaar straight as possible. Let's put them to the side a little bit, just to make some space for the other guys. It's going to be a quick little size comparison. Not that many characters. But starting off, here he is next to Wolverine, a Marvel Legends Wolverine. And here he is next to Marvel Legends Spider-Man from the 2-pack. There he is. You can see Skaar is a very big character, which is very nice. Not an extremely huge character, but huge enough. But that was him with those two. Here he is next to Marvel Legends Deadpool. Oh, my bad, Deadpool. I didn't mean that. But yeah, here he is next to Deadpool. That looks hella sick. Here he is next to T-Rex. There he is. I hope I pronounced his name right. If you could see, Skaar is a bit taller than T-Rex right there, which obviously still makes sense since Skaar is a Hulk. He needs to be taller. He needs to be huge. But yeah, that looks really cool. I really love how that looks. I love how Skaar looks next to T-Rex right there. That looks like a very good fight right there. There they are face to face. Oh yeah, Skaar is a whole lot bigger. But yeah, here he is next to a Storm Collectibles Shao Kahn, which looks hella sick. Let me see if Shao Kahn can stand by himself. And yes, he can. Let me see if he he stood straight enough. I think he is. I don't want him to fall. But yeah, here he is next to Shao Kahn. Let's do a face-to-face real quick. And they're literally about the same size. I think Skaar just tower over him just by a tiny bit. Nothing too crazy. Hold on. Let me get his hammer out of the way so you can see them face to face. Oh yeah. Skaar is just a tiny bit taller than Shao Kahn. So yeah, so far still towering from the other characters. And here he is next to, I really wanted to see these two next to each other. Two different worlds, but they look like they go together so well. Here he is next to He-Man. Hold on, He-Man's not that straight. Let me stand him up straighter. There he is. Here he is next to He-Man, man. And that looks hella sick. Like, I'm actually thinking about doing some photographs of them fighting each other. I think that's going to come out hella sick for my Instagram. If you are wondering, I do take photos of the figures fighting each other, stuff like that. Great, scenes from comics or my own thing. If you want to check it out, you can check out Angel Perfect Figures on Instagram. That's where I take pictures of these guys doing some awesome poses. But yeah, those are them together right there. And last but not least, Skaar's daddy. And yup, the Incredible Hulk. And obviously the Hulk will tower over his son Skaar. Here they are face to face. Man, these two. Holy shit, man. This looks fire, man. I love this right here. Like I said before, man, Hasbro did a good job with this figure. I highly recommend it. Like I said, I think everything about this guy looks so nice. The paint, obviously, like I keep saying, and I keep repeating it, the lack of training. But besides that, dude, this fucking figure is fucking sick. The fucking sculpt is sick. His accessories, his weapons are sick. I just don't like. I don't see why not you won't have this guy in your collection. Like, this guy looks sick. Look at that. Not a crazy pose right now, but just look at that. Just like that tiny pose right there. He just looks so barbaric, so crazy looking. I really love this Skaar figure. I highly recommend it. You can find him on he's in stock right now at bigbadtoystore.com. It's where I actually bought this Skaar figure. So yeah, guys, that was my review on the Marvel Legends. What is it? 85th, celebrating 85 years of Marvel. And yeah, there it was. That's my review on this guy. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.